EWP, ever durable wear pads, were invented by a trucker for truckers. Greg Manchek, the inventor of EWP wear pads, is also a fleet owner in Michigan. He runs Michigan gravel trains grossing 154,000 pounds in some of the harshest environments you'll find for spring ride suspension. Well, Greg's like you are. He's always looking for ways to increase his uptime and decrease his maintenance costs. He noticed that one of the things that was keeping his trailers inside the shop and not out on the road making him money was a suspension. Well, he came up with a pretty simple idea. Put a piece of high-grade UHMW in between the spring in the hanger and the spring in the equalizer and stop that metal-to-metal contact that's causing the wear that's putting his trailers in the shop. Well, he tested it for about 10 months and he knew he had a winner. He went down and got a patent, and now he's made it available for you so that you too can experience the cost savings that EWP will give you. For example, in the last 6 years since Greg's been running EWP on his trailers, he hasn't replaced one hanger and he hasn't replaced one equalizer, and his spring breakage has been drastically reduced. EWP, it can be a winner for you too. Out of all the companies that are running EWP wear pads, I'd like to just give you one example of a company that is benefiting from installing EWP wear pads. Andrews Transport is based out of Fort Worth, Texas. They're a bulk transporter of liquid petroleum products, and they run about 675 trailers. Andrews has been running EWP wear pads for over 2 years now, and they have about half of their fleet equipped with EWP. They have a routine maintenance program in place right now to equip the rest of their fleet with EWP wear pads. I'd like to show you why Andrews is sold on EWP wear pads. Ron Landers, the director of maintenance for Andrews Transport, is always looking for ways to save the company money. He saw one of our ads and he contacted us about putting a set of EWP wear pads on one of their trailers. And Mr. Landers said he had just the trailer. He had a group of 5 trailers that were on a dedicated jet fuel run in Fort Worth, Texas. They were on the same route every day and they hauled the same load every day. A lot of inner city driving, twisting and turning extremely hard on suspensions. Matter of fact, he said that he was replacing the old style steel wear pads on these trailers every 9 months. You know the kind of wear pads I'm talking about. You got to cut them off and then grind down and then weld the new ones back on. First you got to degas your trailer before you can even get started. Well, Mr. Landers brought one of those trailers in and installed a set of EWP wear pads. Didn't have to degas because all you have to do is drill a couple of holes. After about 2 months, Mr. Landers brought the trailer back into the shop and raised it up to inspect the EWP wear pads. He was so impressed with what he saw that he started a program of installing EWP wear pads on his entire fleet, 675 trailers. Now, I told you that I was going to show you why Andrews was so impressed with EWP wear pads. After that original set was on the trailer for 1.5 years, we gave Andrews another set of EWP wear pads to replace those, not because they were worn out, but because we wanted to see what it looked like after 18 months in such severe duty conditions. Well, you want to see what they look like after 18 months? There's the wear pad that came off after 18 months of service on one of Andrews' trailers that they were typically replacing the steel wear pads every 9 months. Check out the wear on that. I'll try to get you a little bit of a close-up here. You can see that the wear on this wear pad is very minimal for 18 months. This would easily go another 18 months on this same trailer on the same route. That means that EWP wear pads will outlast steel wear pads 4-to-1. Think of the cost savings that you can experience by installing EWP wear pads. It's a no-brainer, folks, whether you own one trailer or 1,000 trailers or more. EWP wear pads will put money in your pocket. Remember, EWP wear pads were invented by a trucker for truckers. That means that money that you're putting in your pocket has to come from somewhere, doesn't it? Where do you think that money comes from? You're not taking your trailer down to the repair shop so much, so their money's coming out of their pocket. Some of these fix-it shops and repair shops are a little bit short-sighted in their view of EWP wear pads. They view EWP wear pads as a threat to their profit margin. See, they're not looking at the long term. They're only looking at the short term. And yeah, you're not going to take your trailer in there for springs as much as you used to. You're not going to take them in there for hangers. You're not going to take them in there for equalizers like you did before. And that's going to cost them a little bit of money in the short run. But if you look at the long run, you know that that shop is taking care of your bottom line if they help you to get EWP wear pads on your trailer. Are you going to be loyal to them? Well, sure you are. You're going to go back because you trust that shop. So that brings up one more point. You may not have a shop that is looking out after your bottom line. You may have to ask for EWP wear pads. Don't be afraid to ask. They know about them. They just don't know that they want to tell you about them yet. So don't be afraid to ask your shop to install EWP wear pads and start putting money in your pocket. EWP wear pads is a product you can trust. Invented by a trucker for truckers.